Hello everyone, today we are going to learn Incy Wincy Spider or Itsy Bitsy Spider or Incy Wincy Spider, whatever you call it. It's quite an easy one, really nice little arrangement that you heard some of at the start there. Let's get to a close-up and let's start learning. First bar, let's go. We're going to start with an F shape. That is 2, 0, 1, 0. So that's second fret, no fret, first fret, no fret. That's an F shape. And I'm going to strum the top 3 strings of our thumb. Then we're going to pluck the E string twice. And we're going to take our second finger off and strum the top string. Pluck it, I should say. We're then going to strum the bottom 3 strings, leaving that index finger on. And we're then going to pluck the bottom string twice. Okay, but we've got to get the rhythm right. And the rhythm for this bar is going to be 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. One more time, starting with that F shape. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. That's the first bar, and then we're going to move into the second bar. So to move into the second bar, we're going to drop our second and third fingers on the 3rd fret. So that is going to be 3, 0, 3, 0. We've got fretted on the ukulele there. And we're going to strum the top 3 strings there. We're then going to take our 3rd finger off and drop our 1st finger onto the 1st fret of the E string. And we're just going to pick that note. We're then going to take our 2nd finger off and pick the top string open. We're then going to pick the bottom string open, but this time I'm going to use my index finger. And then I'm going to drop back to that F shape, so putting my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the G string and strum the top 3 strings. Okay, there's a few bits to remember there, so starting with that 3, 0, 3, taking our 3rd finger off and dropping our index finger on the 1st fret, then plucking open top string, open bottom string, and then playing the top 3 strings of our F chord. And the rhythm for this section is going to be 1 and 2 and 3. And we're just going to hold out for the rest of the bar. So 1 and 2 and 3. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so I'm going to put those 2 bars together now. I'm keeping it nice and slow for now, just so you can keep up. No point me rushing through it. Okay, on to the 3rd bar. So for the 3rd bar, we're going to start with just our index finger fretted at the 1st fret of the E string. And I'm going to strum the bottom 3 strings with our thumb. And then we're going to pick the bottom string open and then 1. And then we are going to play the bottom 3 strings, but we are going to fret the 1st fret of the E string and the 3rd fret of the A string. And we're just going to strum the bottom 3. We're then going to pluck the bottom string twice with our thumb. And the rhythm for this section is going to be 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. So I'm going to play that really slowly now. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Okay, one more time. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Okay, into the 4th bar. So the 4th bar is going to be the same rhythm as the 2nd bar, which is 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so this time we're just fretting our 1st finger on the bottom string, the A string, 1st fret, and we're actually going to pick these 3 strings. So we're going to pick the top string and the bottom 2 strings. So I'm using my my thumb on the top string and my first 2 fingers on the bottom 2 strings. So what I'm playing there is I'm picking those strings, so top and bottom 2. Then I'm taking my fingers completely off fretting and I'm playing the bottom string. 0, 1, 3, and I'm then picking the 3 bottom strings together, but my index finger is dropping on to the first fret of the E string. So I'm just going to play that slowly with the rhythm in place. That is 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, we're halfway there now. So on to the 5th bar. For the 5th bar, we're going back to our F shape, which is good because we've done that plenty of times. And the rhythm is going to be 1, 2 and 3, 4. Nice and simple, this one. So for our first beat, we're just going to strum those top 3 strings. 1. We're then going to pluck the E string twice. Then we're then going to take all our fingers off and strum the top 3 strings all open. And we're then going to pluck the E string on its own open again. So let me put that together. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Into our 6th bar now. For this, we are going to drop our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the C string and our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the G string. And we're just going to be playing the top 2 strings. So with our thumb again, we're then going to play the C string 3 times. And we're then going to take our fingers off and strum the top 2 strings. And that's it for that bar. So it's 1 and 2 and 3. So I'm just going to do that again. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. The 7th bar is exactly the same as the first bar, but we'll go through it again just so you get it. So we're starting with that F shape again, and we're strumming the top 3 strings and plucking the E string twice, taking our 2nd finger off and plucking that top string, strumming the bottom 3 strings, and then plucking the bottom string twice. So the rhythm for that is 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. Exactly the same as the first bar. And then we're going to move into the final bar, which we're going to drop our 2nd and 3rd fingers on the 3rd fret. So that's going to be 3, 0, 3, 0, what we're fretting. And we're going to strum those top 3 strings again with our thumb, taking off our 3rd finger and dropping our index finger onto the 1st fret of the E string, removing our 2nd finger and plucking that top string, plucking the bottom string with our index finger, and then strumming our F, just the top 3 strings. So let me play that. The rhythm for that is going to be 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. And that's the whole song. Take it really slowly. Concentrate on one bar at a time. Each time you get a bar, make sure you connect it to the previous bar. You'll find that really useful. And you'll have this in no time. I'll play through it now so you get an idea of what it sounds like when it's all put together. But good luck, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson.